Hello, 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 everybody. How are we doing tonight? I don't know why there appears to be no sound. I think that's just this particular scene not having background music. But, actually, let me check. No, maybe it's not. Hang on. Hang on. Come on. I didn't have my headphones on while I was setting up the stream, so... Okay, so there's sound. Okay. Anyways. Yes, it is time for the elimination battle against Archer. So, I guess let's just get right into it. Today's the elimination battle. I trust that your preparations went smoothly. No, they didn't. I turned toward the voice coming from behind me. He wears the clothes of a priest, which in the end only makes his snide tongue more jarring. Come to the first floor when ready. You can do something trifling, like stop by the commissary if needed. Apparently finished, he opens the door and lets himself out. In preparation for the elimination battle, I should go to the chapel and the commissary. Or I could go to my personal room and sort out my information on the enemy servant. And then, once that's in order, I'll go to where Kotomine is. Yep. Nobody's around from the looks of it. Seems like everybody's off doing their own elimination battles. So, jeez. Calm down. My God. Anyways, what do we think the odds are? Yeah, there's nothing around here. What do we think the odds are that I'm going to die at some point during this? I think the odds are pretty high that that is going to happen. Let's stop by the commissary, although I don't know if I necessarily want to buy anything. I've got that. I don't really want that. Buy a little bit more healing items, I suppose? Stop by the chapel, that's probably more important. You came for an alteration before your fight? My, aren't you the cautious one? I sure am. Let's see what we can do. I did actually write down Nero's stats. In fact, I wrote down, like, her canon stats. In fact, I wrote down the canon stat blocks for all of the playable servants, so we can follow those more easily. Unfortunately, that wasn't very much, though. So now, let's pop in here. First, I want to speak with her. Jeez, I'm trying. And let's organize our information. Alright, let's review the information we have. Dan Blackmore. Our opponent this time is a veteran soldier. Since I could never hope to make up decades of experience in a week, he's clearly got the advantage. I'm the inferior master, but when it comes to servants, his servant's class is... it's archer. That day in the arena, the servant fired a poison arrow at me. That kind of precise marksmanship was enough to tell me the enemy's class is archer. It's also clear that said shot severed some kind of bond between master and servant. Dan forbid his servant to use his bow to fire poison arrows. That bow is his noble phantasm, called... The name of the noble phantasm that Dan forbid his servant from using was... the yew bow. Oh my god, what is your problem? Computer, please. We're literally just on dialogue right now. The name of the servant's unerring bow is the yew bow. After Archer wielded it in the prep period, Dan utilized a command seal to disable its further use, telling him to fight fairly. Fighting face to face with honor and pride. Seeing as how Archer fought so differently in life, of course he doesn't get his master's values. The girl who helped me deduce that was the sky-gazing beauty from the 3rd floor, Ronnie. With the remains of the archer's arrow, she showed me the forest he held dear. The name of that forest was... Sherwood Forest. We have his information. Right, it was Sherwood Forest, and there was only one heroic spirit who was active there. Robin Hood. There's zero doubt as to the enemy archer's true name. Even with his true name, and taking into account the discord between master and servant, can I win? Our servants are pretty evenly matched, so if I can step up my game as a master... Alright, let's save. Take a look at our new info in the Matrix before we head in. Hello, Sirska. Welcome, welcome. While the origins of the legends of the chivalrous thief who dwelt in the Sherwood Forest are a subject of constant and spirited debate, it is generally acknowledged that there was an actual person who held the name Robin Hood, and that he died at the hands of his aunt, the Prioress of Kirklees. Is that right? Who is believed to have bled him to death in the guise of administering aid for his wounds. However, many of the exploits attributed to him are a curious amalgamation of Celtic, Greek, and Druid mythologies. One of the most persistent of the Robin Hood legends identifies him originally as a faceless hero who was born from the prayers of residents of the British Isles. Weary of the seemingly endless incursions and invasions of their home country, they asked the heavens for someone to fight off the foreign invaders. A concurrent legend pegs Robin Hood as a representation of the Green Man, a spirit of the woods who would carry out the actions and deeds that the common layperson could not. It was this belief that transformed the name into a title assumed by a number of nameless, faceless heroes who took up the mantle of protecting the people. Those who assume the identity of Robin Hood tend to be very conflicted young men. Incredibly virtuous and honorable, yet always working out of the shadows like an assassin or thief. There seems to be a slight tinge of cowardice to their makeup. To cover the self-loathing that also seems to be part of every Robin Hood's personality, they all uniformly adopt a somewhat combative and derisive attitude. And though every person to adopt the Robin Hood persona truly values life above all else, they have little appreciation for their own. Like the original Robin Hood, he is under the protection of the fairies and is well versed in the archaic lore of the Druids. And like all defenders of the forest, his knowledge of naturally occurring medicines and poisons is second to none. Alright. We've got all our intel. Let's go. You will now enter the Colosseum and confront the opposing master. Are you ready? Remember, the only way to leave the Colosseum is to win. If you are ready, I will open the gate. All my preparations are ready. Let's go. The way to the Colosseum is now open, young master. I wish you the best of luck and hope that you will return. Remember, it's kill or be killed. And I am sure that he's going to make me very glad that I bought that mystic code that can cure poison and similar status effects. Because I know what it's like to use Robin Hood as a servant. It's a lot of poison. I admire that the man is made of stone. However, statues make poor conversation partners. Hey, servant, you look like a clown, so put on a little show for us. Oh my god. Let us see your tricks or hear a poem. Huh? What's the point of talking to someone who's about to jump into their grave? Although, I'm about ready to chew my arm off to get away from Grumpy here. The guy doesn't even fart without a purpose. I've given up trying to make small talk with him. Hey, enemy master, why don't you try talking to Rumpelstiltskin over here? Let's ask him why he fights. There is no why in war. Once one enters the battlefield, they only fight to achieve their objective. A soldier does not need, no, cannot have, a reason to fight. That is how things were when I was a soldier. Though my life has changed much since that time, I have never needed a why. Don't you hate it when you're right? Like I said, the guy's a steel trap. Thanks for trying to pry him open. I can respect the pride and experience of a veteran army general. He's a fine opponent. Nero demands entertainment. Indeed. In fact, I sympathize with such a prestigious man for being saddled with an impish, heroic spirit. Are you of honorable origins? Because your master cuts a better figure as a servant than you. I wish. My master's so straight-laced that an atypical heroic spirit like me gets tied up in knots. I'll let you in on a little secret. Not all of us heroic spirits were noble in life. That would be boring. Oh, and on that note, careful you don't get nailed from behind again. Well, it's a good thing you're in front of me right now. Heroes do not necessarily need to be noble, but their lives must be brimming with glory and beauty. At any rate, you seem to be an archer assassin. I have experience with conducting assassination, but my master is not cut out for such methods. Besides, this is war, not politics. What's this domestic strife I'm sensing over there? You don't care for surprise attacks, Master? How far is too far? No foul play, no dirty tricks. Depends. That's the spirit. A clever person can turn anything into a weapon. This is gonna be a good fight. Don't get carried away, Archer. You call that getting carried away, Master? You're plundering our enemies for entertainment right now, or right before the battle. Yes, that is excessive. Ding! Correct. If you don't like it, then go put on a helmet to match that armor and drown out the sound. But I want to talk to our enemies. Why don't you listen in? Learn what the kids these days are into. Because if you got any more ancient, they'd have to put you in a museum. Your poorly phrased advice is duly noted, but mutual understanding will come on the battlefield. Haha, you have no idea how to have fun. With all this killing, a guy's gotta unwind. A bowstring that's wound too tight snaps, isn't that right? I have nothing against having fun. Right? Life's hella hard, and then you die. If you don't enjoy yourself, then you'll just die miserable. Will you never gain the proper attitude to fight? Lighten up, Master. Things would be so much easier for us if you just accepted life has funny parts. I'd go on that undefended back of yours. That's how an archer should fight. I have to be nimble on my feet. Chivalry and ideology are all stiff and would just slow me down. Listen, Archer. You will fight as I direct. Ugh, not again. Fine, I get it. Your wish is my command. Ugh, that's my master for you. He can't keep his chivalry in his pants even with a kid like you around. Hello? I just wish he understood that not everyone can take pride in their lives. God, that is such a long elevator ride. A sudden rumbling snaps me out of the spell my opponent's words had put me under. We're at the battlefield. The time to fight a warrior of unparalleled determination has come. Let's go, Archer. The time has come to embrace the battlefield once again. Oh, that wasn't... Can I go back? Okay, here we go. All will be settled here, Archer. You said it. It's about time we gave this snooty princess her just desserts. Yeah, they're not voicing the full lines. They have good chemistry. They have some kind of chemistry. Princess? Did you just call me a princess? You won't leave this place alive. That's Empress to you. I am a grown woman. I hold you accountable if my master addresses me as princess. That's the part you found offensive? Aren't you a little too gung-ho about your master? Quiet, you! How dare you insinuate something when I am not resolved on the matter myself? Okay. That's right. My master is mediocre in both performance and appearance. Though I suppose my master's efforts up to this point deserve praise. To see a commoner rise against the mighty sets my heart racing. My master is out of your master's league. Your master is already as good as dead. Because my master, in spite of her lack of experience, works so hard and looks adorable trying. You may think my master is a chick. With me by her side, my master will grow into a big, strong bird. But your master... Dying Raven, do you even have the strength to fly? Your insight is keen. I hear you were a tyrant in life, but I see you deserve to be a heroic spirit. Oh, have you figured out who she is? Don't be so humble, Master. You've got a wish too. No one has the right to scoff at that. Shut your trap, Saber, unless you want me to nail your tongue to the floor with an arrow. I'm relieved by your words. Beneath your impudence, you care for your master as deeply as I care for mine. Whenever you're ready, Hunter, I will raise your Sherwood Forest. Here we go. Matrix level E, save me! Okay, Ow. Oh, it skipped so bad. He has so much HP! Oh, shit, I did that wrong. I did the wrong thing. At the end there. And I have been poisoned. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay. Ah! Okay, well, first and foremost, I need to heal. Like, I really need to heal. Oh no! Oh my god. Holy frame rate. Ow. Okay, Ah! Jeez, that does so much! No, shit. Can only do one. Ah! Okay, well at least I can't get poisoned again. Haha. Okay. I really need to do something about that. No, wait. And let's try something like that. Oh god! Nero, don't die! God damn it. Okay, did not get poisoned. Yay. Alive. Let's see. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere, HP-wise. In terms of, his HP, that is. Okay, not poisoned, yay! Ow! Oh god! No! God damn it. Okay. Well, there it is. We did in fact die. As expected. Okay, I guess we just, you know, play it super safe. If we don't know what he's doing, we guard. Ow. No. Break. That's what we want. Not poison. Yay! Okay. Break. Guard, guard, attack, guard, guard. Play it really carefully. Ow. Let me try this. Not poisoned! Every time he doesn't poison me, I'm like, oh thank God. That said, I could use a heal. Curious why with the massive HP pool he has. He's an archer, yet he's so tanky. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Dude, why do you have so much HP? I don't know if I'm like under-leveled for this, or if it's just like a very typical matter of just giving enemies really inflated numbers compared to the playable characters. Or what the deal is exactly. You know what? Oh, wait. Never mind. Nope. Maybe I should heal. No. Break. Playing extremely, extremely defensively. Which does mean that this is going a little bit slow, but you know what? That's fine anyways. Okay, okay. Slowly but surely whittling him down. Let's see, let's see. Ow! Ow! Rude! And yes, I want to use this. Guard. No. Break. Guard. 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 Ow! No. Break. Guard. Guard. Attack. Guard. Guard. I really thought I would be dealing with the poison status effect more. Like, I haven't really actually had to deal with it very much. Kinda wild. Let's heal. Guard, 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 guard. Guard! Oops, all guard. Nero adapted to the poison. Ow. Wait, what's the... Oh, regeneration. Okay, so he's healing. That is a problem. Oh, damn it. No. No. Never mind. We're just gonna... Actually, let's use this. I keep going back and forth on what I want to do. But, yes, heal. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Ow! Ooh, he's below 1,000. Would love to see it. Oh, I have been poisoned. Ah. Ah. Okay. Let's do that. mean, we're kind of like almost done with this anyways. Ah! Shit, shit! God damn it. I should have not cared about the poison and just healed her. Ah. Now we gotta go through all of that again. We were right there. Oh well. Throwing for content to extend the stream. And we're gonna use break there. Ow. Nope, break. I can remember the correct order of the triangle that is literally right there. Just straight guards all the way through. Ow. Break, guard, 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 guard. Guard is my favorite move. It keeps me safe. Heal. Guard, guard, guard. I'm gonna use that. And then break and guard. Squeeze in a little bit of extra healing with that. It's not very much, but it's something. Attack, guard. Keep failing to poison me. Ow. Ow. Let's see. Break, attack, guard, 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 guard. I might want to heal soon. Hehe. Hehe. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna want to heal. And... oh shit, 3 attacks in a row. Okay, yeah, I am gonna want to use that. Just for the sake of getting extra damage in. Nice. Ow. Ah! Stop it! Cease. Okay, do that. Guard, guard. Guard, attack, attack, guard. Still no poison, yay! Ah! And I'm gonna do that again. And hope it's not a mistake. Ow. What? Wait. What? Oh, I think I get what's happening. When he does, shit. When he does No Face Mei King, that, like, kind of changes how, some of his moves work, I think. Seems like it's just for that turn, though. Okay. Heal. Break. Break. Guard, 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 guard. Ow. This one might be the one. Ah, we've been poisoned again. Ah. Nero, don't die! Ow! Oh, god damn it. Ah! Oh no! Ah! Oh god damn it, I don't have the healing to keep up with this! Oh no, oh no! I'm cooked. Is his... Okay, yeah, his NP doesn't do any actual damage. It just creates like a field effect. Ah! Shit. Ah! That is, good to know. I suppose. But, yeah, I think I might be cooked. Hang on, is he like stuck in a loop of doing the same attacks over and over again now? It kind of seems like it. Ah! No, he did something different there. Shit. Come on! I gotta be able to get through this. Why does the poison do so much damage? That's like a big part of the problem so far has been the poison doing a fuck ton of damage. God damn it! And the fact that I can only heal or eliminate the poison in any given turn. Like, I have to choose one or the other. Okay, well, we know if he's using his Noble Phantasm, we don't have to, guard for that, because it doesn't do damage. So, we can take advantage of that. Wow, that didn't do a lot. Ah. Ow! Seriously? Jeez! Ow! That is so much fucking damage. Okay. Oh, the poison went away on its own. Okay. Good to know. Poison status does go away on its own after a while. God damn it! Again? Seriously? Ah! Attack. Now let's hope that that works out okay for me. Ow! Okay. And now I can heal. Attack. Break. Do not poison me again, I swear to God. God damn it! I am just getting all of the poison effects this time. Ow! Okay. Deal with that. Yay, no more poison. Okay. Ow. Ow. Please stop that. All my good heals are used up. Are you kidding me? Again? Okay, break. Cure the poison, yay! Nice. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. That went really well. Use another ether shard. Break, guard, break, guard. Do not poison me again, I swear to God. Thank you. Okay. Break, guard, guard, guard. Ow. He's down below 1K. They sure are. Okay, break. Guard, 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 guard. Oh, I messed up. The last one. Shit. That was supposed to be break. Safe. God damn it. That was my own mistake. Attack, guard, 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 guard. Do not use no face making, please. God damn it. Okay, so yeah, that shit. Ow. Ah! Oh god. Nero on the verge of death. Break, guard, guard, break, break, guard. Attention all Neros, please live. Don't poison me. Please. Please don't poison me. Thank you. Oh shit. Oh, he's real low. Oh, we might make it. We might make it! We're so close. One more hit ought to do it. Ah! Let's go! I'm getting the sense that we are very underleveled, and I need to do something about that. We deal the enemy a finishing blow. It feels like I'm watching in slow motion as Archer's chest is impaled. Dan Blackmore looks dazed. He's staring at Saber as if my servant is some divine being. My master has more ability and more determination than you, so how... No, Archer. It seems I still lacked experience. I doubted myself too greatly in this tournament. Neck and neck, Robin Hood is a tough servant to fight indeed. Indeed he is. And would you believe in FGO he is only a 3-star? It seems having a reason to fight is not the same as truly believing in that reason. I never doubted my desire to be a warrior, but that life has given me regrets. I wanted the Holy Grail to bring back my late wife. What a silly delusion. My whole life I praised myself for giving up my individual feelings and aspirations like a good soldier. Only at the very end did I dare to have my own goals and decide to abandon military life. I can't believe I was trying to fight as just a man. It was foolish of me to pit my pride as a knight against my feelings as a person. So foolish. I just wanted to get back what I had lost before the end. But I wonder which one I wished for. My late wife, or the person I was before I became a soldier. The elderly knight falls into silence. Both he and his servant start to disintegrate. But I'm surprised in you. When you unleashed your final attack, you had no doubt in yourself. Even though you can't describe what it is yet, there must be something that gives you a purpose. My wish. A wish to bring back the dead was nothing to boast about. Though your trials are many, keep living, young one. Your struggles will steel your determination. Now, I apologize that you have to see me like this, but I am at peace in my defeat. Because, for the first time, I am the ground from which a youth will... Can I read? I am the ground from which a youth with a bright future might grow. His final smile was beaming. Dan Blackmore's face was no longer stern, but kind and grandfatherly. I'm sorry, Master. I knew I wasn't cut out for a fair fight. You needed someone better than a charlatan like me. I'm so sorry. Another servant wouldn't have failed you like this. No, I'm the one to blame, Archer. Restricting your actions was selfish and damaging to your dignity. Bit late for that now, Master. You have no idea the torment you've been putting me through. Why are you apologizing anyway? You're making me sound like a moron here. And why do you care about me? Whether we win or lose, I still vanish at the end. I mean, I did have a wish of my own, but I was more interested in having a good time. Gotta tell you, it's been rather boring to fight for you, Master. There's something else to apologize to you for. A warrior's pride must have held no value to you. As long as I don't have to do it every day, it's a decent change of pace. boring as it's been, playing knight was a healthy thing for me to try, you know? Well, although I was never given a chance, I've always wanted to try being a badass knight. Dan's archer looks down as if in embarrassment. He mumbles under his breath, as if he doesn't want us to hear. So, really, don't apologize. We had a good run, and there's nothing to feel ashamed about. Jeez, I didn't even think I'd be able to pull off a single battle in this stupid tournament. In life, I had everything I wanted. Wealth, fame, friendship, success, but a fair fight was the one thing I never had, so it's okay. I finally did something I was never able to do. Like he said, it was the end. Moments later, he vanished. He looked at peace. He lived his life in the shadows, protecting his village without acknowledgement. In his final moments, it seemed that he had found a way to get beyond the bitterness he felt. I'm sorry. Thank you, Archer. Hakuno, could I trouble you to listen to the dying words of an old man? From here on out, no matter what enemy you may encounter or who you may have to defeat, feel it, think about it, process it. Accept your doubts, but don't be crippled by them. Above all, accept the consequences of your actions and turn all you learn and feel into strength. If you wait until the end to think, you'll end up with regrets. And, if possible, I'd like you to get meaning from your battles. Through combat, find the reason you fight, and the reason you can't lose. Find your answers. It's your responsibility to have the answers when you survive this war. Do you understand, Rising Star? Don't forget. Finally, I'll be able to see her again. It's been too long, Anne. Aww. He whispers a woman's name. It is spoken in a hopeful tone. With his answer warming his heart, Dan Blackmore disappears. Praetor, your growth is lacking, and you have yet to use my power to its fullest. The last master was disgraceful, but this master was a seasoned warrior. Even though you emerged victorious from battle with his servant, you are still green. However, truly, it is not as if nothing was gained. I have seen the look of a warrior pass over your face. Even though Saber's criticism is harsh, her praise is sweet. I don't know what the look of a warrior is, but if I've changed... Dan, was it? Did you happen to gain any impression from fighting him? What do we think Hakuno feels about this? That is a very good question. I think we'd just go with I don't know. I see. If you believe as such, it is all well and good. I will see what you have or have not gained in the fight to come. The next battle. Right, there's a third round, and then a fourth, and so on. I'm still kind of lost. But if that's the path before me, then I owe it to the lives lost so far to keep fighting. Right or wrong, that's one way to think about things. Eepy. Oh boy! A lot of new stuff to read. Faceless King, aka No Face May King. A king without form who, according to Celtic tradition, appears in the May Day festival that follows the festival of Beltane. He's also seen as a personification of nature who used copious amounts of green and brown in his clothing in order to completely blend in with his surroundings. Subversion A. This skill allows one to seriously reduce their enemy's might before facing them in battle. It is an ability used by those who've mastered the art of setting traps. What do you mean running slow? I'm literally just reading. Upon achieving an A rank in this skill, one can disable almost 60% of their enemy's forces before they get the chance to advance. However, the higher the ranking of this skill, the lower one's reputation as a hero becomes. Robin Hood. Ooh, a lot of reading. Let's go. Just one of the many young men to take up the title, this particular incarnation was a virtual outcast, living on the fringes of the village located near the spot where his parents had died. Almost against his will, he was caught up in a battle to repel and attack by a nearby lord's army and successfully led those who fought by his side to victory. There was some wonky grammar in there. As he never identified himself during the course of the fight, he was referred to as the mythical Green Man by the villagers he had helped save. The only child of a wandering druid, he was orphaned at a very young age when both of his parents died suddenly. As the son of a druid, he instinctively knew how to survive in the forest and was able to communicate with the spirits known as fairies. It was this ability that made him an outcast in his village, as the villagers were suspicious of his powers and accused him of being possessed. Though the villagers held no love for him, nor he for them, he felt obligated to help them in any way he could. With his successes against the tyranny of the local lords to spur him on, and the hopes and wishes of the villagers pinned to his deeds, he took up the bow and mantle and became the latest incarnation of Robin Hood. And like those who came before him, he dressed in clothes of Lincoln green, armed himself with a bow of yew, and surrendered his identity and true self for the good of others. However, no good deed goes unpunished, and the villagers quickly turned on him in hopes of channeling the anger of the local nobility away from themselves and onto this mysterious rogue who rampaged through the forest, claiming that they had no knowledge of who he was, nor did they ever claim to be thankful for his help in preserving the village. Even though the people he vowed to help turned on him, he continued to protect and assist them from the shadows. With every poisoning, every ambush, his reputation as a coward and criminal grew, despite his honorable intentions. After 2 years of almost constant fighting, he was eventually betrayed and assassinated by one of the local lords whose ire he had raised. It was this young man who fought so hard that others could lead the... Blah. I inserted a word in there. It was this young man who fought so that others could lead the quiet life he dreamed of that joined the ranks of heroic spirits found worthy to fight in the Holy Grail wars. I do love Robin. I think he's a very good character. We are gonna save. And I'm trying to think. So we have fought Rider and Archer, which means that left we have Saber, Lancer, Caster, Assassin, and Berserker. Lancer and Berserker should be towards the middle. I think they're like... I want to say they're rounds 4 and 5. I want to say that Caster is next, and then Lancer and Berserker are rounds 4 and 5. And like which one is which kind of depends on a choice we make. And then I think it goes Assassin and then Saber. I think that's how it is. That sounds right to me, but I'm not 100% sure. But I guess we'll find out next time who we're going to be facing for week 3. So that should be tomorrow. So thank you to everybody who stopped by. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time.